What's good, people? So I'm going to be in Singapore for the next few days, and I'm going to show you exactly how I plan to maintain 10% body fat across my Southeast Asia trip. So today is in Singapore. I feel like when people think of healthy eating, at least in the Western world, they don't think ethnically. They usually think of like plain chicken and rice, maybe a bowl or something from like Sweetgreen. But today I'm going to show you that healthy eating is not only a Western thing. You can find healthy foods that are high in protein, lower in calories across all types of cuisines. And today, since I'm in Singapore, it's gonna be Singapore themed. So I'm gonna take y'all around, but first, let's get a workout in. All right, so I'm currently walking to the gym right now. I'm here in Old Orchard area. But let me show you guys where I am at right now. Old Orchard Mall. Well, this whole area is called Old Orchard. So because of how humid it is in Singapore, my DJI Pocket 3 camera is like getting super foggy, so got this little alcohol wipe to swipe out all the moisture. But yeah, let me know what you guys think of this new camera I got. It's a DJI Pocket 3. I'll put an image of what it looks like, but it's actually really convenient. All right, I made it to the place. Should be able to find a currency exchange here. Lucky Plaza. All right, so they're not yet open because it's pretty early in the morning, but let me show you guys where the gym I'm going to is. The interesting thing about Southeast Asia is a lot of the gyms are in like the really big malls scattered around the big cities. So in this case, the gym I'm going to is there in Nghi An City. Making my way to the mall. Now it turns out it's actually in this little mausoleum area over here, right there. See the glass? So we're gonna be heading there.
It is quiet and empty in here. Kind of eerie.
Making our way to it. All right, people, so I finished my workout, and instead of going back to the hotel, I decided let's get our first meal in. A little quick post-workout meal. I'm probably gonna have like 2 different lunches today, but let me try to find this place. So I'm in Somerset, which is like a 10-minute walk from the gym I was at, but it took me 15 minutes because I made the wrong turn. Oh, I see it. Can you guys guess what it's gonna be? First meal, healthy, clean, just guess. Oh. You know it had to be chicken rice. I was so confused. It's just like seats over here. That's because the actual shots are over here. Cool, we got it. Got some steamed Hainanese chicken rice. I saw the menu had a combo last minute, but I already ordered the regular one. So this is size large because I'm pretty hungry. All right, comes with some sauce, but let me just try the chicken by itself. Decent. I think the rice is better than the chicken. I'll try it with sauce. About cooked. This is decent, I would say. Decent. Not the best chicken rice I've had. I don't want to say too loud. It's pretty good. And the rice is really good as well, so. It comes with like this pickled radish thing. It's pretty good. So I'm gonna kill this real quick, and then I'll see y'all in the next scene. I made it to the second hotel. We're gonna go get some food now, but first off, let me show you the view here. This is pretty cool. Really nice view. Best part, this hotel was booked with points. Really makes it that much sweeter. It is time to get food, so I'm gonna see you at the second food place. All right, people, so I promise you I'm not gonna be eating chicken rice throughout the entire video. This second place I actually been to before, the first time I came to Singapore, and it was actually like right next to the gym that I was going to at the time, Pure Fitness, Asia Square. As you see, I'm like right smack dab in the middle of it. The hotel I'm staying at is like right next door to Asia Square. So here's a cool outdoor area. Now, so I'm in the business district, so most of the people here are like working, I believe. Hey man, I'm working too. Just gotta go through this underpass. I'm not even gonna open up a map. I think I have this place memorized, so we'll see. I crossed this thing, going through the valley. I'm walking through here. Oh, I didn't realize it was right there. So that over there, you can kind of see vaguely in the distance. That's Lau Pa Sat. That's like the most popular hawker center. Man, I didn't realize it was so close here. But the place that I'm going to is right here, the food court. All right, I was gonna show you guys the ordering process, but the line went by super quick and the lady was rushing me. So I'm just gonna show you guys what I got. Now, I love Chinese food like that, where it's just like kind of almost like a hole in the wall, Panda Express style. All right, it's gonna be the one most calorically dense meal I got, but I wanted to get exactly what I got last time, and that is whole. I believe this is like salted egg yolk pork, and this one is kind of like sweet and sour pork. This was 4 SGD. USD, it's like $3. It's a good price. Now, I'm gonna be honest, I think I got the same thing as I did last time. I was just picking and choosing stuff. Last time, the friend I met in Singapore that showed me that spot, he recommended me like some stuff. He pretty much just told me what to get. Let's try this. Let's cook. Try this now. Oh yeah. Dude, this thing's so fire. I'm trying to think what was the best thing I've had so far. I'm eating a lot of food today, so I'll let you guys know at the end of this video. But real quick, let me show you what I ate yesterday. I know I'm not filming this on the exact full day of eating because I am pescatarian today, but I want to show you guys I got a steamed fish dish from Fish Village. So I think in terms of methods of cooking, this is pretty much as clean as you can get. It's really just soy sauce with steamed fish, probably no more than, call it 250 to 350 calories, and then a full cup of rice is probably closer to like 300 calories. So all in at most, I would say this is around 650 calories if I finish the rice, which most people, depending on who's watching, may not even finish it. This really depends on whether you're in an Asian household or not. Also, I got this for 8 SGD, which I believe is like $5.50 to $6. Put the conversion on screen to make sure. But let's get back to present day and let's continue on the full day of eating. So I just realized I'm wearing the same exact outfit pretty much as I was in that video from yesterday. I promise you that wasn't from today, that was literally recorded yesterday. I just really like the shirt. Okay, I'm gonna finish this meal, then I might check out Lau Pa Sat. This is like a 5-minute walk from here.
All right, people, so unfortunately the audio got kind of messed up at Lau Pa Sat, but I was too full to actually eat anything, so what I did instead was actually do a game where I chose 5 random stalls and gave you guys the healthiest option that I would personally get at each one of those places to kind of show you that to eat healthy, macro-friendly, whatever you want to say, high protein, low calorie, it's pretty doable across a diverse array of cuisines. So starting out with this Chinese barbecue place, I would either go with the roasted duck or the chashu on rice. Then the next stall we went to is this Korean Western fusion place, and the healthiest option that I deciphered out here is this chicken skewer bowl or the ribeye bowl, both involving lean meat and served on rice rather than the burgers as you saw below. The next stall was exclusively Yenta Pho, which is a Southeast Asian noodle dish. Now, the healthiest is probably, ironically, the dry version of it that doesn't involve the broth. Alright, then next to challenge myself a little bit, I went with a vegetarian stall serving South Asian cuisine. Now, this one was actually kind of tough, but I think I had to go with the veggie biryani. The other options were higher in fat in general because, it involved curry and whatnot, so this one is definitely the toughest choice. Now, lastly, just for fun, I did a dessert place. Now, when it comes to dessert, I think just getting the smallest thing is probably the best option, so I ultimately went with the salted egg yolk egg tart. But if you're gonna have dessert, I recommend just getting what you normally like.
All right, that was Lau Pa Sat. I'm so full, guys. I'm sorry I couldn't actually eat anything here, but hopefully you guys have a pretty good understanding of what is relatively clean, even if you're ordering out here in Singapore. But I actually just bumped into someone who recognized me. They asked me like, oh, yo, what are you doing in Singapore? I'm like, yeah, it's a good question. But for those who are actually wondering why I'm here, long story short, it was actually cheaper for me to fly to here before Bangkok and then continue on to Bangkok like 3 days later. What I basically did for those trying to book with points, I booked an Air Canada flight
from Chicago all the way to Singapore for like 82.5 thousand points. And then Air Canada has this rule: if you want to do a stopover, meaning if you want to stay in the connecting city for a certain amount of time, meaning you can actually fly into 2 different places, and that first destination that you land on, you can stay there for up to like, I think it's up to like 365 days for only like 5,000 extra points. So all in, I paid 87.5k points and like $70 US in taxes and fees to basically get 2 trips, one in Singapore and one in Thailand. Both on business class, by the way. Which was the first time I actually flew business class. Really cool. Okay, now I'm gonna head back to the hotel, chill a little bit. Then I actually want to get some coffee at this one famous place in Chinatown. So we're gonna be going there later. I'll see y'all there. All right, I made it to Chinatown. Nice little charming area, as you see here. Really like the architecture. But we're headed to the 1950s coffee shop. That is the name of it. I need to figure out where it is. It should be in this little complex over here. I got no idea what it's gonna taste like. I don't know if it's sweetened. I don't know if it's like Viet coffee. It looks thick like Viet coffee, which is why I am interested in trying in the first place. So all the shops are on the first floor, and the food is on the second floor. A fountain. Got my coffee in the bag. Let's try it. Oh, bro, I am wide awake now. It's good. Kind of like Viet coffee, but not nearly as thick. Oh, this would be such good pre-workout. For those that didn't know, the most important ingredient in most pre-workouts is simply just caffeine. So if you were to drink coffee or consume caffeine from another source, that's pretty much what pre-workout is gonna be. Minus some extra stuff that doesn't really have as much of an impact anyways. Now, I don't condone copious amounts of caffeine consumption, which is why I don't take pre-workout in general, but I'm not gonna lie, dude, I actually really like Viet coffee or just sweetened ice milk coffee. Basically like Asian coffee. I think I'm gonna chill here, find a spot to sit down and edit some videos. All right, I was fairly close to the next food place I wanted to stop by, so I figured I'd just walk here, and I'm standing right outside of it. It's Liao Fan Hakr Chan. Look at some Michelin star place. Let's go inside. I told you I wasn't getting any more chicken rice. This is not chicken rice, it's something a little bit different. Instead, we're getting soy sauce chicken. All right, people, it is time. This time, I got soy sauce chicken, which is quite similar to chicken rice, but of course, it's soy sauce. I like how it comes with a hard-boiled egg, as well as some greens. It's literally just greens. Garlic rice. It's basically a chicken thigh. A little harder to eat because there's a bone in it. So I don't like it nearly as much as steamed chicken rice. But either way, I'm trying to give you guys as many options as possible when it comes to eating clean here in Singapore. But your best bet, of course, is gonna be some sort of mix of either a grilled, roasted, steamed, boiled, high protein source. There's also served with some sort of simple carb. All right, so I'm gonna finish this, and then I'll see you at the last stop for dinner. People, on my way to the last stop of the night. As you see, it is nighttime, so we're trying to eat dinner. Now, the original place I wanted to go to actually closed earlier, tragically. But I found another place that serves the same exact thing. So hopefully it's just as good, and it will give you the exact same idea that I had in mind before. So this is like literally the same dish and everything. But one thing I forgot to mention is the fact that being out here in Singapore, my activity levels have been like through the roof. I've been averaging like at least 12,000 steps per day. And it's very similar to like New York City and San Francisco, where the most convenient mode of transportation, at least the one I've been taking, is just being on foot or riding a bike. I haven't gotten to cycling here just yet, but I think it's a great way to actually stay active and keep your total daily energy expenditure pretty high without feeling like you're doing it. Because, you know, I can walk all day. Ooh. Look at this temple or mosque. Wow. So I'm very close to the Bugis here. One thing about Singapore is it's so diverse, like ethnically, while also not being huge in terms of landmass. So the architecture I find super interesting because, look, you
see something more of a South Asian inspired building here. And then over here, you got more East Asian inspired building. It's just super interesting. It's just funny that it's like literally right next to each other. It's so cool. But anyways, as you see, my diet is like relatively clean, but honestly, like I'm eating a good variety of food. And my goal for this video is to show you guys that if you want to eat healthy, so higher in protein, lower in calories in general, it doesn't have to be super restrictive. I think that's the key thing here. You don't need to be restricted to like plain chicken and rice. Don't get me wrong, there's ways to make that thing taste good, as you have seen in this video. My goal here is to prove to you that you can have a more relaxed diet while still hitting your macros and everything. If you're currently struggling with dieting, I highly recommend you apply to my exclusive one-on-one fitness coaching program. I provide you guidance on nutrition in a sustainable way, where I'm not having you be super overly restrictive or anything. I still give you your macros, but I tell you pretty much the easiest way to hit your macros, sustainable for you long term. And on top of that, you get a custom workout program, the ability to ask you pretty much any questions you have. So I'm really trying to take like the guesswork out of getting to your fitness goals. So if that sounds interesting to you, find the link in the description below. Love to have you guys. It honestly is super satisfying and warms my heart because I know exactly how it feels. It's not just like you're getting your dream physique, but it's also like you're getting the confidence and everything else that's beneficial that comes with achieving your fitness goals. So anyways, I think we're close to the food place. I need to find where exactly it is. Somewhere in this hawker center, but we'll have to look around. I found it. We're getting some roast up beef. Thank you. All right, people. We got duck rice. I bet you guys are so sick of me eating like everything on rice, right? Duck on rice, soy sauce chicken, Hainey's chicken rice. Now, one thing I will say, there's like no veggies in this at all, so it's kind of a little bit of a letdown. So maybe it would make sense if I take like a multivitamin stuff. Luckily, I did bring one. We're not gonna be missing too much in the micronutrient department. But yeah, I will say, every time I come to Southeast Asia, so whether it be Bangkok or Singapore, I notice it's actually a little bit harder for me to get vegetables in compared to being in the Western world. That's just because I don't really have Cabo or Chipotle to fall back on, So really come to think about it, I feel like Mediterranean cuisine is probably the best choice for getting more vegetables. And obviously in any ethnic cuisine you can find veggies, but I'm talking about like ease of finding it. If I wanted veggies, I would have to go out my own way to get a separate dish, say like bok choy with garlic sauce or something like that to accompany this. And just to have that alone, like I could down it, but it's not like the ideal choice, I'm trying to give you guys a more realistic depiction on when I'm out here, what would I actually eat? We're good. We got quick too. So now that I've had the Holy Trinity, I had Hainey's chicken rice, that's soy sauce chicken. I had duck rice. I also had that Chinese takeout place earlier. What is the best dish I've had so far today? I think specifically today, I'd have to go with the Chinese takeout place I had for lunch. But obviously that's like the least healthy. But we're talking about this entire trip. Definitely that steamed fish, that soy sauce steamed fish I had yesterday, that is so freaking gas. It had some bones in it, so it's a little bit hard to eat, but in terms of everything, like everything around, that was definitely my favorite. With that said, thank you guys so much for watching this video. Hopefully it's opened your mind on realizing that you can eat healthy pretty much anywhere around the country. Any ethnic cuisine, there's always gonna be a generally healthy choice. Now heads up, this entire month, I'm gonna be traveling. I'm gonna be in between Singapore, Thailand, and as well as the third country that I'm gonna keep a secret for now. And of course, I'm solo right now, so the videos might look a little bit different. It might be a little bit more long form, unstructured like this, since I don't have Frankie to help me record. But I'm gonna take it as an opportunity to explore and have a little bit more creative freedom in the content that I make. So with that said, if you guys still continue watching this month, I really, really appreciate it. You guys are all real ones. Thank you again for 1 million subs. That is crazy to me. And with that said, I'll see y'all in the next video. And don't forget to hit the bell button. Sure. Never forget that. I'll see y'all.